Hello, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. This is part 5 of my new series, Healing from a Narcissist. So definitely happy Sunday, everyone. Hope everyone having a blessed and beautiful Sunday, whatever that may be for you, whether it's chilling at home, getting ready for the work week, or actually working on Sundays, whatever you got going on, church or Sunday fun day, family time, whatever you're doing on this Sunday, hope it's going well so far. So I did want to touch bases with you guys. Haven't did a video in the last couple of days, just kind of going through the motions and day to day of everything, and just what's really been on my mind lately is just judgment. Judgment is what is on my mind. And it's really sad, though, to think about judgment, because so many people, not necessarily just family or friends or, significant others or things like that, can be very judgmental. And I've come to a place in my life, actually years ago, when I realized, I can't judge anybody. And I don't really respect anyone trying to be judgmental of me. It's also made me be more reserved most times with, sharing what's going on in my personal life, sometimes with others, because sometimes, you really just, want to be able to talk and vent and get stuff off your chest, or, just tell your side of the story or whatever the case may be. And, you'll think, you may be talking to, a listening ear, and the whole time they judging you or, take that information back to other people, or maybe not do that, but as soon as y'all may have a disagreement, the first thing they want to throw up is things that you told them, in a vulnerable state, or something like that. So it's kind of like, no one is in a position, first of all, to judge or use it against you, or tell your business and stuff like that. It just makes you kind of shut down and not even really want to talk. Even in a relationship with somebody, you can be kind of telling them what happened in past situations or past relationships, and the whole time they're thinking of it, not taking it nowhere near how you was said it or whatever, just taking it in. And then again later on, it could be weeks or years later, y'all have an argument or something, and then now they're bringing up something you told them that was hurtful, that happened in a past situation, try to make you feel away, use it against you. But it's all, to me, just boils back down to judgment. And we're not here to judge each other. Only person I feel that can judge me on my journey is the Creator, because we all have our stuff, either past, present, or future, what I'm saying? Even, young, growing up, with your homegirls and stuff, one friend may, have an abusive boyfriend, another friend may get pregnant earlier, or be loose, be hot in the pants, or promiscuous or whatever. And you may be looking at your friend oh, how could you do that? Or why are you doing that to yourself? Blah, 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 blah. And then down the road, you could end up in similar situations and then look back and say, dang, I was sitting up here giving my friend a hard time and, not really understanding, what the cause of it may have been, or other things that was going on that led to that situation. Or maybe your friend was crying out for help and, you were just judging them instead of trying to support them where they were at that time until they could, get out of that situation, or things of that nature. So I just be thinking about judgment. We can't be judging each other, make people feel like they can't talk, or, have support system because, you're going to judge and, do all the other things that I described, along with that. And like I said, like even in, your relationships, especially if you end up, trying to like move forward and be with somebody long term, and you're trying to like be vulnerable and, talk to them so they can know like things you've been through, maybe to think like, oh wow, this person's already been through a lot. I just want to be a blessing. Because that's how I be feeling like when, if I not meet somebody and they're, telling me about themselves and telling me things that they've, encountered on their journey. All I be thinking is like, I want to be the better person. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a better experience for you. I want to show you that, everybody not like that, or that you do deserve love, or this or that, or, you do deserve not to be judged from the mistakes that you made in the past, and this, that, and the third, but had to come to that point in my life too, where you realize like, everybody not you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I started saying. Like, I need me a me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need me a me that's going to, love how I love and think how I think. But that's not really realistic, Even if you have similarities or, things in common with people, like, it's still, like, more that go into the cake than just, the icing, or the flour, like, it's milk, it's eggs, it's vanilla, abstract, whatever, like, all these different things to make the cake. So that's the same thing, like, with people. Like, sometimes we get stuck on, like, signs, or, like, oh, I'm a Taurus, or, this person is that sign, and this, that. Like, yeah, it's a factor. It's more like the crust, of the pie. But it's not the filling. It's not the ingredients that went into the filling. It was just the crust. So, the things that people, go through in their life, and how they raise, generational curses, all these factors go into them as well, not just the base, not just the crust, not just the sun sign, so to say, or whatever. And that's just an example, but Lord, it'd just be so much I'd be processing. But judgment, it's not good. It's not good. Only people that can judge us is the Creator. And then it's just, I'm realizing, like, looking back in the beginning of, my past relationship, like, the questions that I was asking, or was I asking the right questions, or was I even listening to the answers? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes them things just feel good, temporarily feel good, and so you kind of, like, want to hold on to that or keep that part, and then you kind of can become blind or naive to, like, the rest of the things that are going on, and things of that nature. But definitely, like, one thing that, I will pay attention to moving forward when meeting new people is just, like, how they handle things in all different situations. Like, when they're mad, when they're sad, when they're angry, when they're drinking, when they're smoking, when they're sober, when, they've had a heartache, or a loss in their family, or family things going on. How do they interact with their family? How do their family interact when they handle, issues or conflict? Like, all those type of things. Like, is this person judgmental? Do you feel like, you get feeling judged? Things of those things. Like, all those things need to be, like, broken down and really evaluated to see, like, on a long-term basis, like, is this, right match, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, to me, in the future, if I feel, judgy vibes or, anything like that, that's definitely, to me, would be a red flag moving forward. So don't judge me, judge yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge others, judge yourself. Don't, divert attention from your own journey and things that you need to be working on. Don't try to, like, point out or pull out something negative in somebody else's life or journey to, like, make you feel better. Like, subconsciously you kind of, like, making yourself feel better by, like, looking down on other people, because that's not what we're here to do. So stop the judgment, y'all. Healing from a Narcissist. Thanks so much for stopping by. Continue to support me, just expressing myself on my process of healing from a narcissist. So peace and love to y'all.